So today I just wanted to share a quick tip to help you overcome your fear of approaching women and starting conversations with them. I get a lot of questions about this. A lot of you want to know what's the best way to overcome this anxiety and, fight through it and actually approach women and talk to them. Because if you don't do that, that's what it ultimately comes down to. You eventually have to start approaching a lot of women to see massive results. So what's the best way to do this? How can you get over the fear of approaching? Well, I can relate to this fear a lot because I went through life, a large part of my life, ridiculously scared to talk to girls. It's silly to say now when I think back on it, but I was literally piss my pants scared to walk up to a beautiful woman and start a conversation. In fact, even if she wasn't beautiful, even if she was a fat girl, I still couldn't bring myself to walk up to her and start a conversation with her. And that went on for a really long time, and I started to really analyze what was the problem here. Why was I having such difficulty starting a conversation with a woman? And what I realized in my case, and what might be the case of yourself, is that I was getting very overwhelmed by the whole process. Because not only did I have to start the conversation, but then I had to immediately follow it up with something. And then I had to say things that would build attraction. And then I had to escalate the attraction. And then I had to go for the phone number. And then I had to potentially go for the kiss. And all of this was just very overwhelming to me. And because, as I'm walking up to the girl or looking at her, wanting to approach her, and all these things are flowing through my mind, I just wind up talking myself out of it. And then what I learned to do was something that I called chunking it down. And what this means is I basically would look at just one element of it. And the first element is just starting a conversation. And what you want to do if you're going to chunk it down is just forget about every other part of talking to a girl except starting the conversation. Just focus on that. Don't worry about what you're going to say afterwards or how you're going to get her number. Just chunk it down to, okay, this is the opener I'm going to use. Now, you're kind of jumping in the water here, and there's that expression that I think is very relevant to pick up, is that when you go to the ocean and, it's kind of cold, and you try to tiptoe your way in and you think about it, you never get in. And a lot of times you may turn around and say, screw it, I don't even want to go swimming today. But the guys who just run, jump in, and, splash in the cold water quickly get warmed up. And that's really what you want to do with opening, is that you just want to open. And that's all you want to worry about. And you know what? A lot of times you might open and you may quickly run out of things to say. You may not know what to say next. You may have no clue how to build attraction, but you're developing a habit of opening. And that's all you want to work on at first, because once you have the habit of opening down, then you can say, okay, I can open fine. Now my next thing that I want to learn to is how to keep a conversation going. So the first priority is open, and chunk it down and kind of put a little block around opening and ignore everything else until you get that one area settled, complete, and you feel comfortable doing it. Now you may say, what do I say? So I know that was my excuse for a really long time. I would be like, I can't think of anything to say, next time, next girl. Today's no good, I'm kind of tired anyway, whatever. So I want to eliminate your excuses. So what I did was I collected about 150 of the best openers, the best conversation starters I found, and I put them together for you. It's a completely free book I put together called The Little Black Book of Openers. Contains about 150 opening lines that the best pickup artists in the world, the best dating coaches came up with. So this is tested, proven stuff. You can grab that at freepuaopeners.com. And now that you have that, you grab 2 or 3 out of that book that you really resonate with and go out and use them. And don't worry about anything else except using the opener. Go to freepuaopeners.com now, grab the book, and go out and start chunking it down. Try it out.